Thank you for that introduction. My colleague Anuradha Disanayake, Secretary, Ministry of Education, Commissioner Deepa Suryarachi, Commissioners of the Sri Lanka Inventors Commission, students of schools that are represented here, teachers, parents, distinguished invitees. Thank you, Deepal, for the invitation to be your chief guest. I'm very conscious of the fact that I'm here because we have the President as our minister today, and obviously he's not able to be here. In 1969, somebody in the cabinet with a vision decided on enacting the Sri Lanka Inventors Incentives Commission Bill Act. That person had a vision which was at that time pretty comprehensive, I would say, because he would probably not have been thinking in terms of just a Sri Lanka Inventors Commission to do a useful job, but looking beyond that to identifying what can be done by inventors to contribute to the national economy. It would not have been because we needed yet another commission, but because there was an acceptance that inventors are needed in this country. And so a commission, an institution, an entity funded by government to help inventors was required necessary. And that's how the Sri Lanka Inventors Commission came to be. And the main objective with which this commission was established was to assist inventors. Now, it's very easy to pass legislation, it's very easy to have a vision, but if that vision is only within that one person, then we have a pretty unhappy situation. The Inventors Commission has passed from ministry to ministry, and finally, I don't know at what point, I think it was in 2010, that it came under the Ministry of Technology and Research. And that's when I came to the ministry as well. The way I saw it, we needed to slot the work of the Inventors Commission into a broader work plan. The inventors had to be inspired, helped, assisted to achieve a larger goal. That was accepted. But we were not doing that. We were just getting funding for the Inventors Commission. We were getting funding to pay the salaries, recurrent expenditure. But there was no broad vision that was integrated into the work plan of the Commission. Now, that cannot happen. We can't expect that to happen unless we have visionaries in the Commission itself. I think attempts were made over the years to make this a viable entity, and a certain amount of work was done. But now we see that the work of the Inventors Commission is linked to several other initiatives that have been taken. We have a lot of research institutions in this country, and if you assess the work that they do, we find scientists doing their job very well. They do research, but a few years ago when we made an assessment of the work that was being done by all of these research institutions, we found that the scientists were doing very well what they were good at, but there was no going beyond research into commercialization. The Inventors Commission was helping out in a similar manner with activities for which there was funding. There was no appreciation on the part of those who provide the funds, and there was a reason for this, that the Inventors Commission needed to be funded well to do what they had to do. So had the research institutions. Now, we wanted dreamers. We wanted to help dreamers. We wanted to inspire people to dream. And that's what inventions and innovations are all about. But if that is to happen, we have to introduce that culture or encourage that kind of culture at the secondary school level. And that doesn't happen very nicely in this country because we are taught, we have textbooks, we churn out what we are taught at examinations. It's very exam-centric. We don't encourage questioning in classrooms. I remember even when, a long time ago, even when I was in secondary school, our teacher would put equations on the board, and if you asked why is that equal to that, we were a nuisance. To the teachers who are here today, I ask you to encourage questions, give children the freedom to dream, to think, to innovate, give them the support that they need, but do not stifle them and make them do what you want. The story of this father who wanted the son to do SEMA is a typical example of parents achieving their dreams through their children rather than leaving the flexibility and the space and the freedom to children to pursue what they're good at. And that's where our education system, Anura, I hope you will be able to change the culture so that we have more dreamers and that we have more, we provide more space for those who have creativity in them to think of what they can do with the talents and skills that they're naturally born with. So the Inventors Commission's role now, and very admirably executed by the present commissioner and deputy commissioners, is to encourage dreamers, encourage inventions, and tie them up with investors. Because if we just provide them with handouts and do not assist them beyond just funding, it may not be what we really need. So we have, just last week, laid the foundation stone for a technology incubator for a center in our science park at Pittipanahomagama. That's the Slintech Science Park. We hope thereby, through this center, to encourage inventors to come in there, to help them with their innovations or inventions, to help them make it a better product, and finally, to tie them up and assist the progression of an idea to the marketplace so that there is a commercial value to it. This is the role of the Inventors Commission and of the Ministry of Technology and Research as well. This is what we need to do with our scientists as well in our public research institutions. We have a very unique model in Slintech in that we have a public-private partnership which encourages research and which gives them, through the establishment of a company with equal partnership of public and private sectors, it provides Slintech the space and the freedom to recruit scientists and to pay them something that they deserve, rather than the kinds of salaries that are paid at public research institutions in our country. So naturally, the public research institutions are doing extremely well within the constraints that they work in, and we find, unfortunately, that the services that are produced by the service sector in these institutions earns them a lot more money. They generate a lot more money through their services rather than through commercialization of their scientific research findings. So this is the culture that we need to change. It cannot be done through the Inventors Commission alone, or through the Education Ministry alone, or through our ministry and other public research institutes. We need to have a holistic program. We have to stop having ad hoc funding and ad hoc focus on ad hoc interventions. We need to have a holistic program, and that I hope is what we will be able to achieve in the next few years. It's something that we have started, and the Inventors Commission has integrated their program into this overall method, which we have provided through an investment framework which identifies various thrust areas. So congratulations to all the inventors who have received awards today. I hope you will continue to use your creativity. I hope that you will not be stifled by anyone. I hope you will succeed in getting the support that you want from the Sri Lanka Inventors Commission and the private sector of this country. I wish you all very well. Thank you.